Hello, Rob here again with a new interesting opportunity for something maybe interactive from you, the community, those interested, and how you might be able to get involved in our Dragon Age campaign. Wow, hey, how about that? Well, I've been thinking about it, you see, and in an upcoming module, the Autumn Falls, which is the official Tier 2 module for Dragon Age, and our guys will be experiencing it fairly soon in the upcoming. There's the tournament. I mean, that's the whole point of it. It's a big tourney. And of course you can go there and do other things at the tourney, but you know, the main highlight of it there is a fighting ring. Okay? Now, there are some of our guys are going to be taking part in the tourney, and there'll be a number of like NPC people taking part. How would some of you like to be in the tourney? The RPG tourney. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you'd be playing your character, unless there was some way to facilitate that, in some way, for me to be able to like GM a combat between you and whoever. But at the very least, how would someone like to, I don't know, become an NPC that I could attempt to put against the players or whatever? Now, any of you that are interested in trying to do that, then let me know. Either you could put forward characters between levels 1 to 7 in Dragon Age, the age system. They have to obviously be legitimately created, no cheating there. If you put forward even like ready-made characters from your particular groups, games, spare characters, anything like that, let me know if you think they'd have a particular need to want to fight to the death or anything like that, or whether you need them to be particularly death immune or anything like that, in case some of it goes to the yield or whatever, a bit too excitable or what have you. Here's something else for our lot to maybe take on, get the community involved, if any of you want to get some of your guys going. Now, for those of you out there that don't have pre-rolled ready Dragon Age characters, or aren't aware of the Dragon Age mechanics with the facility to be able to make a character and thus putting forward and tell me the stats and so on, then that's okay. You could just let me know that you want to make a character still. Let me know their name, just a little bit about them or whatever, and I'll try and give you maybe an NPC you can use, or just let me know a name and I'll just stick him on an NPC you can use. They won't necessarily be strong ones. Just something I can put my hands on. So if you want to get involved in the tournament and have your character, your say in it, then please do take part and get involved over on the blog. You could also stick the answers on there if it's a bit easier to type up and write it all on there. So I'll give you a linky below to be able to post potential characters there. No mages allowed. It's got to be all warriors and rogues, because the mages have their own contest, the mages meadow. So it all has to be warriors and rogues, okay? So, I mean, it's just another little something to experiment and see what happens. And I don't know who's going to win the tourney, it's one of those things. It could be one of the player characters, it could be an NPC. I don't care. I'm not going to try and fudge anything. I want to see who's going to win it. It's this one-off tourney, and obviously some of you might have done the tourney before, and some of you might have won it in your separate campaign. So I suppose it's your character in those cases, a different version of your character in the shard of this world, unless you want to think of it along the lines of, well, actually your character's in my campaign, and he's actually just interwoven in at that moment in time, and you can see it that way as well. So whatever. So, just an opportunity out there, and I'll, it's some of you can do it. None of you have to feel you have to do it. It's just something there if you want to do it. I have slots open for you, so I shall await potential replies for that. And again, the link underneath if you want to pop stuff in a more detailed fashion. Otherwise, you can stick it in a comment underneath, stat lines and whatever else, a little bit of character concept or anything. All right, I'll see you at the next one.